Chevy Silverado pace truck is in, and here we go on the dirt at Bristol.
'24 way up out of the groove. William Byron having trouble, got up too high. Track looks like it's got quite a bit of moisture in it so far, Tony.
Yeah, and I don't think they have to be that high yet. I think some of these guys look at that and think that cushion is already there. That's dirt that they tilled up overnight, and they've been watering that all day. The problem is they haven't laid it down, and that's for a reason. That's intentional to make that hopefully build into a cushion as the race goes on. But right now, it's slick.
And I'm seeing a lot of guys, you see it right there in Ryan Blaney, a lot of guys losing the front end. Cars are tight out there. Heavy track conditions usually mean, you know, you're going to have to be good on the long run. When this thing dries up, probably going to need to be a little bit tight. That means they're going to struggle early.
You're hearing what he's doing with the throttle, and if the car's tight, that's where you hear him rev it up a little bit, and that's to spin the rear tires to get
Turn two,
the car to rotate. Around
goes Bubba Wallace after contact. And one car's up and into the wall, and Joey Logano, who won this race 2 years ago, is into the water barrels that protect the head end of pit road.
Yeah, he checked up. William got into the back of him once, twice, 3 times, then shot up, and that was the...
And William doesn't see what's going on in front of the 22 car there. That's not William trying to do that intentionally.
38 laps complete next time by. We are halfway through stage 1 at Bristol. Spinner, turn 4, car in the wall. The 51 with guest driver Matt Crafton out of the Craftsman Truck Series. It's Cody Ware dealing with a personal matter this weekend. So Matt Crafton was tapped for the 51, and he spun at turn number 4 to bring out the second caution of the night, lap 39. At the spin by Matt Crafton. Look right of your screen, upper right.
Just by himself, probably just lost it in all reality. I mean,
got one around. Brad Keselowski off of 4. Caution's out.
No other contact. This comes at lap 58. It's the third caution of the night.
We're going to get it back here.
And every one of these began as single car spins. Pits are closed with 2 laps to go in stage 1.
Bill Reg winches are going to be extremely busy at this stage break. I'm too tight. I'm too loose. We're going to be all over the place.
Oh, contact. Turn 4.
Big wreck.
I'll caution out. They're wrecking on the 4.
And Denny Hamlin got the worst of it, along with Josh Berry. So this will end the stage.
I don't think any of them got too much damage there, Tony. Man, when I looked up, I heard you say that, looked up, there was cars all over the place. Everybody did a great job of avoiding massive contact. A little bit of damage on the front of 11, Denny Hamlin. Quite a bit there on the right side.
Kyle Larson gets his second stage win of the season and his second on Bristol dirt as this pileup happens in turn 4. Here's the Larson Priest. Dust up on the front straightaway.
He hit pretty hard there, Tony. That right front and even the right rear with a
turn 4. Davenport goes around after contact. And that will be a caution. Lap 81.
Man, he rolled down the racetrack, almost caught Brad Keselowski. He's fast. Larson's struggling on that bottom. Oh,
spinner off turn 2. Around goes Michael McDowell and keeps going.
That was impressive. 360, Michael McDowell. Man, the old flag man hurt you there.
Yep, caution waved.
Just gets it sheared down a little bit too much, but stays in the gas right there. 360. I told you this guy was wheeling it tonight.
And look at everybody scrambling to get out from underneath of him and miss him. Fantastic job by all.
Spun in the Indianapolis 500, spin to win. The second time he spun out, I don't know what to think.
Priest
There's one in the back straightaway, and it's Ryan Priest. And that will be a caution.
Caution's out. Get rolling here. Get rolling.
Off turn number 2 is likely what caused that right there.
Yeah, that's 3 cars. Bam, 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 into the wall. I think it was a combination of both, if you had to ask me. I don't know. Larson and company made adjustments on that car, but it is not near as good as it was in that first stage.
Turn 2, spinners. And caution.
In fact, Brad Keselowski around.
Brad has had a rough night.
That's the 3rd time we've seen him have trouble, unfortunately.
What a battle here that was going on just prior to this caution.
Kyle got working the top really, really well there. Gets a run on Martin Truex. This is textbook slide job. Turns it underneath. He's basically cutting the corner off and then just drive it straight up the hill. Take the line away from Martin. That is as perfect as you could do that.
Run all the laps, stay out of trouble, and try to be there at the end. And it's paying off for him big.
Who's going to win this stage? Reddick off turn number 2. Dillon will have one more try on the inside. Here he comes.
Even top. Still there.
Tyler Reddick, stage 2 winner. 1/10 of a second ahead of Austin Dillon.
But now he has to pit. This is going to be interesting.
The Advent Health Cam for
Door.
Chastain carrying the driver's eye.
And the dirt racers with the... Oh, Larson around. Wow.
Mark it down.
Caution.
Well, it's too late now anyway. It doesn't matter. Damage is done. You're not going to come from dead last and win this race. That's what you want in a good dirt race. You know, I've watched Eldora over the years, and when it's good for the truck races, for anybody, it's clean, top to bottom, exactly what you're seeing.
Oh, crash, turn 1, and they crashed 4 times down the straightaway. Larson and Preece, and it's Larson in the wall. Kyle Larson's Hendrick Chevy is damaged too badly to continue from multiple contact. Larson on the outside here.
Yeah, I mean, you heard him say he was frustrated with the earlier contact, and it's time to do something about it.
15 laps to go. Kyle Busch spins at turn 4. He was being told to pick up the pace. He comes to pit road.
I don't understand that.
Something wrong with the 8 car.
Spun right down on the pit road. Yeah, that one was no different than any of the other ones we've seen. Just kind of a spin, spun right down on to pit road.
29 cars still on the lead lap. Reddick is mirroring Bell's lap times.
Yeah, he just got in the wall a little bit. Got in the wall in the middle of 3 and 4. Not hard enough to harm anything yet. Man, it's way up there.
Coming to 2 to go. Christopher Bell is going to lead his 98th lap of the race this time. And now Reddick draws a little bit closer.
Takes so much discipline to stay on that cushion and stay out of that mirror.
Dillon for 3rd against Stenhouse. And 3 wide behind them for 5th place.
Reddick had a good corner in 1 and 2 there.
Listen, Christopher's not leaving that top right now. There's no use for him to look in the mirror. The best thing he can do is focus straight ahead.
White flag.
White flag. Credit 1 bank. Crash on the back stretch. 1 car stopped against the inside wall.
Still going, still green.
And he's rolling. We're still green.
Oh, he's in the fence. Chastain on the outside. Caution's out.
Caution's out. Caution's out. Stay low. Stay low.
Christopher Bell.
Race is over.
Comes to the flag. And checkers wave over the Joe Gibbs number 20.
You won. Hell
Bell,
yeah, buddy. Good job.
Joe Gibbs Racing and Toyota are going to victory lane. Finally, a dirt track driver wins the dirt race at Bristol.
Finally, we talked to him in the pre-race, and he answered that. He said the reason is we keep wrecking each other. Well, he fixed that problem, got his big win. Man, that was shaping up to be wild. Reddick was right on him. That was the right call. Had to throw the caution, had a car right in the groove.
I was sitting in the motorhome. We were both watching a Western States midget race, and he goes, "This kid is better than me." I said, "Who is it?" He goes, "Christopher Bell."
See what he's doing? Polish victory lap.
Yep.
Pretty cool. Something Alan Kowicki did for his first win and did when he won the Cup Championship. because he said, I wanted to do something people would remember long after I'm gone. They do, and drivers do. Left side window to the fans, saluting them on the way to victory. Class.
Yes, it is, and that's a great way to honor Alan. I mean, it's like you said, it's not just today because of the 30th year. That's what drivers have been doing ever since then.
Solid run for Ty Gibbs. Great job.
Rookie Ty Gibbs. 9th, 9th, and 11th. That's a pretty good 4 weeks. Christopher Bell led 100 of the 250 laps tonight, including the last one. All right, let's join Regan Smith.
Well, Christopher Bell had to drive 100 perfect laps at the end of that race. You had restarts, you had challenges from Chase Briscoe, from Tyler Reddick. You held them all off. How does this one feel on Easter?
Man, let me tell you, those are some of the longest laps of my entire life. You know, this place is so much fun, whether it's dirt or concrete. And whenever the cushion got up there on the top, it was very tough because you couldn't drive it super hard. Otherwise, you get sucked in. And if you got your right front into it, you push a little bit. If you got your right rear into it, you'd slide. So it was a lot of fun. But, man, I'm just so grateful to be here, driving this number 20 for DeWalt, Joe Gibbs Racing. And that was a lot of fun.
You talk about the cushion going to the top. We saw you hitting the right rear a number of times. Was there any moment there where you thought, uh-oh, this is going to be the one that gets me into it?
Yeah, so 3 and 4, that was the scary corner for me because if you got into it too far, you lost all your momentum. And 1 and 2, I think I kept hitting the wall a couple of times, but it seemed like there was a little bit more moisture up there and it would hold me better. So I'm like, okay, I can really attack 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 is the end. I got to be careful. And, man, I just can't get over how long those laps feel. You know, it's a 20-second lap and you're moving the wheel 18 times a corner, so it feels like it takes a long time to get around there.
Christopher Bell, your winner on Easter Sunday in Bristol.
And Tyler Reddick, different team, but same result at Bristol Dirt. It was compelling to watch those closing laps, but what was that battle like with Christopher Bell?
It was a lot of fun, honestly. Really intense. Towards the end there, definitely feel like I found a little bit more. I thought I was at the edge, but I wasn't quite there in the last couple laps. Definitely found it. Just hate it for everybody on the SiriusXM Toyota Camry TRD. Just needed to be a little bit closer than I was. I think with 2 to go, it would have been really bold to try and make that move work. Obviously, on the white flag coming into 3 and 4, I was going to see. But, we'll never know if it worked. But still a good rebound for us. We definitely thought the track was going to take a different direction than it did as the race unfolded. So, just as it turned out, our strategy wasn't the best. But, that was on me.
And his son, Bo, comes up to give him a hug. Josh?
Hey, race fans, thanks for watching our video. For all NASCAR on Fox News, content, and the best clips from Fox Sports, be sure to follow and subscribe to our channel.